Okay. Um, this is okay. This is gonna be pretty controversial take. Um, all right. You know what I'm just gonna say. I like random crits. I know it's stupid, but I like casual TF2, and I know a lot of people absolutely despise random crits, but I think I find that they're not as bad as people make them out to be. They probably don't need to be in the game. Honestly, I don't really care too much. They don't really make a difference. I should probably rephrase that. It's not that I don't like, well, it's not that I like random crits or enjoy them. It's that they don't mean that much to me. Maybe I just haven't experienced enough situations where I have negative experience with random crits. Maybe that's just part of it, and maybe I haven't played the game long enough. But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't really care if random crits existed or not. That's what makes TF2 casual, you know? That's what makes it different. Where there's a random roll of the dice that determines whether you die instantly or the other people die instantly. It's an interesting gimmick that has stayed with the game since its launch. You know, a lot of games, the most iconic parts of them that make them popular or make them interesting, like that's what draws people in. And you know, games change. They get updated, players evolve, players get better, the game evolves, you know, the online community evolves. Life goes on. But TF2 is one of those things where ever since 2007, it's had random crits. You know, it's always been casual. It's always had kill binding. It's always had stupid, hilarious interactions with players. And that's probably attributed to why it's so popular. And that's why it has such a dedicated community, because people just get hooked and they never stop playing. And I joined TF2 pretty late. I joined in 2020 when my brother introduced me to it, and I've been addicted ever since. And I was never there for like Jungle Inferno or for Tough Break or even Blue Moon. Like any of those updates, I was never there for that. And I think when people when a game doesn't get updated at all, and yet people still enjoy it just as much, they love to play it, as even if the game doesn't get updates. I think that's pretty special, and I think TF2 doesn't get enough credit for that. Like in a age where, you know, games either die out or become massive and super popular and then start to lose their fan base, like I think TF2 has probably some of the most hardcore fans for any game. And I mean, that can be a good thing or a bad thing, obviously, but I think it's pretty unique and special for TF2. Now, where does this all lead to from TF2 being casual and fun to play? Well, it's more just like, what's the thought like behind Valve and like not updating a game, or not even updating. Like, I would, if we never got an update ever again and they just said that out of the blue, I probably, and we just played with the exact same weapons, the exact same map, or the exact same, like, no map reworks, no new weapons, no weapon rebalances or anything, and it just stayed like that for the rest of time, I think I probably wouldn't care. Like, and we just kept getting cosmetics and new maps, I don't think I would care as much. But what I do care is the game actually being playable, and it's not right now. It's not playable. Especially, I'm not sure what it's like in other parts of the world, maybe the US and EU and Asia, but it's unplayable in Australia right now. The bot, like, there are so many bots, and the main reason is because of Mega Scatterbomb, which is he's not a bot hoster, but he's developing anti-cheat, which basically, from what I think, he can detect most of the cheaters and bots in the Australian region and New Zealand pretty much instantly, or at least I'm not really too versed in what's happening, but essentially he's building an anti-cheat, and the bot hostess didn't like that, and every single server I join is just filled with the exact same bots, and whenever I complain about it online or just in game, it's always the same response, and it's just go play a community server. And I think a lot of people are dismissing the problem like it's just a thing, like just go play community server. I don't want to play I don't want to have to go to a third-party server. Not third-party, it's in the game technically, but I don't want to. I want the official servers to be fine. I want casual TF2. I don't want because I enjoy Uncletopia, as sweaty as some people call it, or as competitive it is. I can have fun and enjoy playing on Uncletopia, but I don't want to have to be restricted to 6 servers that are almost always full now that the bots are just coming in waves. And because each server can only hold 24 players, that means that there's literally only 144 spots in the entirety of OCE that's open for players out of the thousands that probably play TF2, because OCE has a pretty strong TF2 community. So 144 spots that are open, and back when the bots weren't as much of an issue, well, they always were, but back when they weren't that dense and as like spammed now, there was probably 2 servers that were full, or at least 1 server that was always full, and that was like the main Uncletopia server that everyone played on. But now that every single server is full, and people just dismiss it like, oh, just go play Skyle, or go play Have Fun, or go play on Uncletopia. I don't want to play on a community. I want to have casual TF2 where there's random crits and people kill binding for no reason, and pub pushes that, go crazy, and a casual experience. I don't want people try-harding and trying to win every single game. I don't want to play payload on every single server, because that's all it is. It's always either payload or a little bit of Dust Bowl. It's just payload Phoenix, payload Borneo, payload Thunder Mountain, payload Cashworks, payload Upward, payload Barn Blitz, payload Badwater. And that's not to say each of those maps are bad. I want variety. I want to be able to join a Dust Bowl game, or I want to be able to join a different thing other than just payload. It gets old, and that's it annoys me a lot. And I want to have casual TF. I don't want to have to play on these servers that are always chock full of people. I was addicted to TF2, and now I'm getting burnt out, which I'm not gonna quit TF2, obviously. I'm still addicted as I ever was, but people just saying like, just play Uncletopia, that doesn't fix the problem. That doesn't. Look, I have nothing against Uncletopia or any community servers. I play like at least a quarter of my hours are spent staying up till 4 in the morning playing on a 24/7 2-fort Skyle server. Like, I do that all the time. But when I want to actually like just have fun in a casual match of TF2 where people are exploding and kill binding and running stupid loadouts, I don't want to have to play against tryhards and like sweat lords with their medic girlfriends. You know, I would just want a casual TF2, and that's not Uncletopia. Like it's not casual. It's just payload maps, and it annoys me, man. I wish I was able to experience that time before the bots, or that time before when we actually got updates. Or like, why can't Valve, if Valve's said we're going to fix the bots and cheating problem, or just the bots, if they said we're going to fix the bots and we're never going to do a major content update for TF2 ever again, I would not care if we never got another major rebalance. But if it's like I'm living in this cycle where I wake up and everyone's going for Safe Tier 2. We're gonna get updates, you know, it's gonna be the next big thing, and then I get this whole bunch of hype, and then I get another notification where Valve shuts down Source 2 TF2. And it's like, why? What is Valve doing? And at this point, I don't even know. I'm probably just gonna keep the only solution that there is to play a casual experience. The closest thing is Uncletopia. That's the closest thing we have to casual, and I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it as much as like casual servers, you know. And hopefully, maybe in the far future, when I'm old and grey, Valve might update TF2, or they might fix the bots, but I don't know.